it kind of helped them advance. I mean, do you think this was a conspiracy?
Gotta go with Jacob Butter. Gotta go
No,
lefty.
we're talking about the players. That's tournament champions into the podcast.
There he is, right there.
Oh, he doesn't even know how to watch. Go to youtube.com and search Down Lane Podcast.
Holy, what? Are we live?
Where's Kyle? Where's Kyle?
Did we lock the door?
We did lock the
Did
door.
we give him the code?
I don't think he has the code.
He doesn't have the code.
I don't even think Kyle's in the building today.
Oh, that's right. He's got kids.
Yeah, he's out trick-or-treating.
Oh,
He's currently dressed up as Ash Ketchum out on the streets.
who?
Ash Ketchum. You don't know who Ash Ketchum
Nope.
is? I can't tell if you're being serious.
No, I don't.
Pokemon Master and Pokemon League champion Ash Ketchum. That's who Kyle Haynes is dressed up as.
Not a big Pokemon guy.
My nephew is dressed up as Pikachu.
Ooh.
And I think my other nephew is dressed up as Harry Potter.
Did they give him a taser?
No, but that'd be fun. Especially since he's young.
But anyways, what's going on, Downlane Podcast fans? It is just me, the producer.
And the assistant to the host. We're going to try and make this through.
Special Halloween episode.
Yeah, we're somehow going to do an hour here of, I don't know, without Kyle, what are we going to do? I don't
But I figured I'd take away some lighting, throw some orange lights in front of our face so we can get annoyed with it the whole time.
It is quite bright, actually. I saw you working on it.
I can turn it down.
No, I thought you were going to do the flashing light one. And I was like,
No,
well, I don't
I don't know if our fans want to be at a rave right now, but anyways.
Geez. Well, welcome to Down Lane Podcast. I'm your assistant to the host, Anthony, and with me tonight is the producer / new host.
I don't know if I can be the host. Wouldn't that just make you the hosting assistant host?
I could be the assistant host. I could be the host assistant to the host. Yeah,
I don't know.
It's too much effort. We're here tonight.
How was your week?
We're gonna talk bowling.
Any good bowling?
I don't know. I mean, I think I bowled okay. Monday, I wasn't feeling it.
No,
A little down.
2 weeks in a row, my Monday 4-game set is only about 50 pins away from my Tuesday 3-game set.
Yeah, that's not good.
So, yeah, Mondays are going rough. And we were in first.
Yeah, luckily enough, I pulled it together. The first 2 games, I think I was on a sugar low.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you text Joey D?
No, I was a little bit like, man, I feel totally out of it. Well, I didn't have to text him. He was bowling next to me.
All right. So you asked him for all the.
Well, I got an Arnold Palmer half and half.
Is that his go-to?
No, it's light sugar. It's not the heavier version.
Okay.
But I got going, and then I started throwing a little bit better. Bowled pretty poorly games 1 and 2. You know, I think I was even, and then I think I shot 250, 230 to end up right around the good old 880 set. And then last night
you crushed me. 880 crushed me.
Well,
I think I shot 770 Monday.
yeah, for 3.
No, for 4.
Tuesday though, I think
I've been bowling well on Tuesday. I mean, I'm averaging probably 11 pins, 10 pins higher on Tuesdays compared to Monday and Thursday. So
Tuesday, I don't know what happens. I mean, I bowl next to Zach Phillips. He shoots 190 game 1. He's hitting everything. I had to tell him to stop, because he's 5 years old. And I ended up shooting 730.
okay.
I bowled pretty okay. And then I have like 12 people come up to me telling me that, oh, what'd you shoot tonight? I was like, I had 730. I thought I was going to be like pretty close to the league top. Yeah. And everybody said that. And I said, what? Oh, I had 735. I had 780, 750, 740, 720, 7. I'm like, what the heck? I don't know.
I mean, all around scores have been pretty high in the Tuesday league. It seems at least.
Scores have been pretty high overall. I have one league where a few of them are up quite a bit, and then one guy's up 20.
I mean, I shot 690 scratch, and Billy B beat me scratch.
Yeah, when Billy's on, he's on. He's tough to beat.
So
especially when he's got that little look.
That grape, whatever
the
Arctic vibe.
That ball.
He's got 2 of them, right?
That ball rolls well for him.
Dude.
Very good for him.
I saw you had 2, and I was like, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I've definitely grabbed 2 before.
Yeah, that's a good ball. That's definitely a good ball to have in the arsenal. Seems to be pretty long, responsive. He's a little speed dominant, but he can play in that friction part of the lane without having to open up the lane too much. So that's a perfect ball for him. We do drill quite a few of those. A lot of guys like that ball. It's pretty popular. It's a cool looking ball. White and purple.
I think the last vibe I had was a midnight vibe.
Yeah, the black one.
It was blue and black. Yeah.
Okay, the blue and black. I
Yeah.
do remember that one because they had the Onyx vibe. I had that one.
Did not have that one.
Yeah.
I had an emerald vibe.
The
and
greens.
I actually Sickler gave me that one.
That was a good ball. The
And
emerald.
then after I got that one, I was like, man, these vibes are good. Then that midnight vibe came out. And I said, yep.
Yeah, I remember
I'm
you had
getting
the
that.
black. I remember that one. You had that one. Were we bowling together at that time?
No, that was high school.
Well, yeah, we were on the team. We were on this travel team together. Remember, it was me, you, and whoever
Maybe
that
you came
showed up.
back the last 2 years I bowled in it, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe the last year.
We were teammates the last year because we had 2 or 3 guys that quit. So what's up, Deke?
Deke, how's it going?
I remember we were the only ones. We had Andrew Hallenbeck came, but then we had like a filler, Angelo Pacifici, and we had
Man,
if they came around,
he was tall.
Yeah, he was.
He was a lefty, right?
Lefty, yeah, right up the lane.
Threw
yeah.
it good too.
Yeah, he did. But we had a pretty good team.
Yeah, we have a couple of kind of important things to talk about, I'd say, kind of for the sport of bowling in the larger viewing masses world.
Yeah, I mean,
And then we have another video for our segment that we what's Kyle call it? I can't remember.
bowling with the bowling channel.
No.
Down
What do we
lane,
see with DLP or something like
something
that?
like that. We have a new video. We definitely.
This is why
have one.
Kyle's the host, by the way.
Yeah, we don't remember half the time what's going on. We're just gonna be here to talk bowling. The PBA schedule came out, like you said.
Yep.
We're gonna chat with that. We're gonna talk about probably the tournament this week. We should probably start with that there.
You sure?
Well, I mean, it's we talked about our week so far. Everything's been going good. I have to bowl Kyle tonight, by the way, actually,
Really?
on 1 and 2.
Well, hopefully he's sugar high and just kind of a little slow.
Well, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean,
Man, that sucks for Kyle and Nick because they're making a push for the front with me and Richie.
yeah, I don't.
And I
think
don't
we
know if
lost
they're going to
last week.
survive, you and Janelle.
Well, we lost last week. I bowled really well. Janelle bowled really well. Just the other 2 guys bowled really well, but better. They bowled better than we did. I bowled against Nick, Pekowitz, and Corey.
I will say that.
He bowled next to us.
Nick.
He killed
Nick
him.
mashed him.
He lit him up. It didn't
Nick
matter where
mashed
he
him.
threw it. He
And
could
I mean,
strike.
Corey mashed him 2 of the
bowled
4
good.
games.
Yeah, Corey bowled good.
They're tough, man.
They
They're
are a tough
They
team.
both play right in the friction.
Yep.
They have a decent amount of miss room because of it.
Yeah.
Because if they miss right, it just flips up early.
It's
and
perfect.
if they miss in, it just rides that oil right down the middle of the lane.
Yeah, Nick doesn't
hope
throw
to get 10
anything.
pin out.
Yeah, Nick doesn't throw anything strong, so it's he's able to get that ball down the lane really nicely. It's a way old IQ tour. I mean, it's old.
I don't know. I haven't seen that part of the lane since I was probably
10,
6 or 7 years old.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. Janelle did okay. We ended up. We should have won the last game. I think one game I had to strike out to win. And I didn't do it, so that's on me. But
it was our first. Last week was me and Richie's first week not having a shutout, either getting shut out or shutting someone out.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You've just been either winning them all or losing them all.
Yep. And they're all close. We are the lowest average, highest team.
You have the lowest average for one of the highest
for
places. Yeah, we don't typically do that. We either win. Actually, we typically split and then win big every once in a while.
We just grind it out, man.
We
just grind it out.
But
if Richie's striking, it's over.
It's definitely a tough league because everybody's pretty good, and you get different parts of the house which play differently depending on the league you follow.
Mark and Nikki I think they were like 18-2.
Yeah,
to start the season.
They're both averaging 240 for a while.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I don't think we've ever had someone start with those stats.
No, that's impressive to be 18-2. I mean, especially if it's not the Smiths.
Oh,
Chris and Andy are usually up there.
They've been dominating the league for for
10
for a while.
Years. Yeah, they're very
years.
good team. Very good team. But yeah, hey, did you see the ending to that Bears Washington game last week?
That was nuts.
Hail Mary.
That was nuts.
Great finish. The guy's taunting everybody.
The video of
he's taunting everybody.
So in the long scheme of things, it's more just karma. I mean, I don't think he's the one that batted the ball.
I know. I saw that. Yeah, and he's the one.
He still made the play, but it's just unfortunate that the ball didn't go down. Like they kind of teach you,
he
bat
totally
it down.
He didn't hit it down.
Hit his fingertips, bounced up back into the end zone. And I mean, that is the way you run a Hail Mary. Leave someone in the back. If the ball bounces, catch it.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. It worked out well. I just had to say that because we were talking about it, and we kept talking about it for 3 days. Everyone's like, man, you're going to mention that in the podcast this week? And I said, maybe I'm going to have to.
Well, it's great. Well, one was the last big one we saw like that. I mean, it got to be Aaron Rodgers in the playoff game.
Well, yeah, but he threw one last week, too.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Alan
Rodgers always
Lazard.
throws a freaking...
Well, this is what happens when you don't score a lot of touchdowns. You got to really throw it far.
Freaking 80 years old, still throws it 70
Jets
yards.
fan. Oh, he also said he found the fountain of youth this week.
Did he?
Cayenne pepper and water. So I've been doing that for the past 2 days. Yep, I did it. I have a video of myself chugging it tonight because you're not supposed to do a lot. I tried to do a lot yesterday.
Cayenne pepper and water.
Yeah, you're supposed to do
you boil it?
No, you're supposed to do like a teaspoon in some water. I don't know. I just put it in some water and I drink it.
Now you're literally just taking powdered cayenne pepper.
I put powder in there and I just go for it. It's strange. It's a strange taste.
Huh. So will we find that at Whole Foods or?
No, you just. I mean, maybe. Maybe eventually it'll be there. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing. But let's talk about the tournament this week. I mean, it was the fall semi-classic. First place was 1,000 guaranteed. Believe it or not, the same guy won this year that won last year. Ryan Ladley. Yeah.
He bowled the squad I bowled, and he was mashing.
He bowled both shifts in the morning.
He bowled the early shift.
Yeah, he was one pin behind Nick Harris going into the second squad. So funny enough, the pattern we made was custom. I made it myself. I pattern tested it a little bit. Always came out to be a little bit more hooking. I thought you could kind of play anywhere. Well, Sunday they seemed to be a wee bit tighter than what we had seen previously.
They were definitely
tighter in the.
I'm an anomaly because of high rev rate, low ball speed.
Yeah,
and I get a lot of roll on the ball. So for me, it was just hook.
Yeah,
but I watched a couple guys like Zach Phillips and even Corey. I mean, Corey had a really good look up the gutter until he started throwing it a little too hard.
Yeah,
I think he was throwing it hard. I think he was in the right part of the lane, but I think he was throwing it past the break point. Yeah. And I mean, he still had a decent look. He just, when you're leaving splits, it's tough to score. You know, if you're not sparing when you're not striking, you know, you're not going to win it. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Well, you're just going to have a tougher time.
You're going to have to grind a lot harder. And speaking of grinding, I did shoot 115 right in the middle. It was a good game. I had 0 splits.
Right. Yeah.
Or 0 splits. I had 0 spares. I missed every makeable, every split, and I struck once.
Yeah.
So overall, good game.
Yeah. I mean, interestingly enough, I'm looking at the scores here. I did bring them up so that way we could kind of give people an idea.
Where'd I come?
I don't know if you're on this.
Was I last?
You're 51st, but I had more people than you. So we had I think we had 60.
Well, I'm on the bottom of that sheet, so I made the front sheet.
You made the front sheet.
Okay.
The winner shot 925 scratch,
which is that's insane to me. Watching the way the balls were going down the lane and bowling on it myself. For me, almost no miss room.
That's about 231 and a half.
I mean, I watched Connor score the first two. I mean, Connor went 250, 250.
He was plus 100 after 2.
The second squad.
Yep.
And I was watching him. I'm like, how the hell is he playing there?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I tried to play where he was, and there was just too much early friction for me.
Right.
So the ball really, really went left early. And our good buddy Deke here, I walked up to him after my 115 and said, well, I got nothing. Should I go to the car and get another ball? And he said, have you tried sanded yet? And I said, yeah, it hooked too much. And he said, well, have you tried the Optimum Idol? I said, no, I haven't.
Right.
And sure enough, second ball after I 4-pinned, mashed the pocket and shoot. I think I finished with a 2-0, 215, something like that.
Yeah,
but
2-0.
I mean, I had 3 decent games, but
you just had
when
one
you go
really
minus
bad
85
game.
in one game, you
know,
it's if you're not shooting a 260 the next game, it's tough.
Yeah,
so.
I understand. Yeah, we paid out 10 in that division, so it was 1-6, and loaded cash was 871, so less than 220 a game.
I do know Kyle bowled better on Wednesday than he did on Sunday, correct?
The Wednesday squad, they hooked a lot more. They did hook a lot more Wednesday. Well, I don't know.
Nick didn't bowl Sunday, right?
No, Nick bowled Wednesday, but they hooked more, I think. But at the same time, I watched Nick and Kyle. Kyle was not throwing it as well on Sunday morning, but they both, Nick and Kyle, started off with the short pin reality check, played a little straighter in the beginning, and kept it a little closer so they didn't have to loop it. Because it seemed like once you tried to loop it, it didn't have enough. And as soon as you got a little too straight, it came off a little too hard. But it looked like
it definitely came off the pattern hard.
It came off line too quick. So you had to move in a little bit, and then it kind of make it a little tricky. But so plus 71 was the cash. There's only 25 mils out there. We only oiled about 28 feet on the lane. The whole oil, the pattern itself was 42 feet, but we only actually applied oil 28 feet on the lane. So it's not like there was a lot of oil down lane. The machine was really slow. Kyle even said that. The machine is very slow.
And in case you guys want to actually see the oil chart, the graph, we did talk about it last week on the podcast, and Anthony went a little more in depth on how he wanted to make the pattern for it, what he was kind of looking for.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. I'm not a lane pattern designer, but I wanted to give a shot at it. It wasn't bad.
I think it was close. It's scoreable.
Yeah, you have to bowl pretty good on it. I think
it's more.
I think it favored the guys straighter.
I think it geared more towards shot makers.
Yeah, or the guys who are a little straighter.
Well, I mean,
straighter, I thought.
Connor had a really good look the first two games. I don't know what happened on the third pair he got to.
Well, when you get there, I think the transition hits a little bit how they played it.
He was kind of hooking the lane a little bit. He made it look really good.
Yeah, you look at the people who cashed. Connor was scratch. We had somebody at 138 average cash. Bill Rice, Tyler Drexel.
That was Jacob's mother, correct?
No, his mother was. This is the open division. His mother won the senior division.
Mashed it
with 938 with her handicap.
Mashed
it. The leader was 799. She beat that in 3 games. So whatever she got was gravy.
I know. I went and talked to Jake.
Yeah.
Right at the end of the first shift on Sunday, and he was like, "She already won." I said, "What do you mean she already won? You guys are in your last game still."
Yeah, I will say, Kyle cashed. Kyle actually won doubles with Nick Harris too. So congratulations to the host that's not here. They had 888 and 919. Brett Groff cashed. Zach Phillips cashed. Mark Bertel came in third.
Off injury.
Off brain surgery, basically. He went 180, 170, 170, 260. And then Nick Harris came in second. Ryan Ladley won. In the senior division, we paid, I think, 3 spots. The winner of the senior division was 938, I believe it was. Second was 909 to Mr. Mark James. And third was Terry Ray at 855. So plus 55 the cash in the senior division. Load of cash, and then doubles. I'm trying to see if I have a picture of it because I wrote it all down. It doesn't look like I have a picture of doubles. So I know
I got out of there fast, so I did not hear any of the numbers.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's in the office. I have it in there. I think it was like 18. Wait, 4 games. Yeah, 18. No, 16. Maybe it was 18. I can't remember exactly what it was. I didn't post it yet, so there's nothing to look at. I think it was like 1825 or something like that. I think 1901, right? Kyle and Nick had 1900.
Yeah, they shot like 1900.
1908,
1919 and
88 is okay. They had shot 1807, so it must have been 1725. 919 and 888.
That's right. Yeah.
Right?
Can't shoot 19 unless you have 1,000 in there. That's
right. 919 and 888. So it must have been like 1725.
We were pins off.
So plus 125 for doubles, which is like,
that's not horrible.
No, it's plus 60 a guy. I think it was around.
I mean, it's a nice pattern because it kept scores low. Nobody just ran away with it. There wasn't any
if you whacked them, you whacked them.
You put a house shot out and someone's going to go 250 for 4 games.
Yeah, everybody was re-rated too. So that was nice because that gave more people an opportunity to cash. I felt like the cashing for the people, I feel like the actual handicap was correct, if that makes sense. Because it's,
I had more handicap than I thought I was going to get.
Yeah, you had 9 pins. Yeah, it gave everybody a chance because if you look at the top 10, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people out of the top 10 who got some pins, and everybody else, the scratch guys, were really close. Even the guys who got like 2 pins or 4 pins a game, I mean, they were still relatively close. So I don't think anything was wrong with the average conversion. I think it's better that way. Maybe I have to just make it a little bit more difficult next year so that way we can kind of get more of an even cashing ratio. But it was definitely interesting to watch, and I don't know. It was.
I was kind of surprised. I didn't see as much urethane as I thought I was going to see.
Well, actually, the goal was to not have to use urethane.
But anytime anytime someone comes in, they bring urethane. You know, how
Yeah,
it
it was good enough
there's
to
hooks
see
from
it.
the right. Usually, there's a urethane ball going down the lane.
My nephew tried urethane. He bowled really well with it, but he's 20 miles an hour, 19 miles an hour.
When did he bowl?
He bowled Wednesday night.
Okay.
Wednesday night. He got done with work. He's like, "Hey, you think I can bowl?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can bowl." I did pace on the pattern on Wednesday because we needed one more guy to make it even. And I did. And I ended up having I think I had 690 for 3. And then I switched balls and I don't know what I shot overall, but they weren't terrible. I had a lot of room myself on the left. But that was just me. I just, figured I'd give it a shot, see how it is.
Yeah.
I paced with the guys. That way it was, we had 4 lanes going with, I think it was 3 or 4 on a pair. So it was a little bit quicker pace too, but it wasn't bad. We had 78 overall total entries.
Not bad for the first. That's the
Second time.
first tournament of the year, correct?
First tournament of the year. Second one, we ran one last year. We had 60. I added the senior division in this year, and we got a few extra for that, which was nice. So I think that helped kind of boost it up to 78 entries. It was 18 in the senior and 60 in the singles. So, that's nice to have for the first part of the year. It's not overly crazy. I think we had 5 on a pair. I think we had 6 for one lane because I had a birthday party. I wanted to do 4 or 5 just to keep it quicker. But, it is what it is. But we had a good week, and with it was a good event. First place was 1,000. Loaded cash was I think it was $60 to bowl. Loaded cash was 120. But this week I get to bowl. And you're bowling.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Glens Falls.
Sunday, right? 11 o'clock?
Sunday, 41 feet. 4-1, 25 milliliters up at Kingpin Alley where we normally bowl some of our bigger events. And who you bowling with?
I wasn't even going to bowl, and I was leaving bowling last Thursday, and Tyler Drexel said, hey, buddy, you're bowling next weekend with me. And I said, okay, I'll be there.
Good for you. Good. Yeah, Matt signs me up. Matt signs me up now.
Yeah, well, you two ought to win it every year.
They don't put out short anymore since we won. We haven't made a cut up there since we won.
I can't remember who I bowled with last year.
I don't think I bowled this one last year.
Well, if you didn't bowl, I probably didn't bowl.
I didn't bowl that. We bowled this one 8 years ago. We bowled on 44 feet. Remember, that was way back. We bowled together.
It was 5 or 6 years ago, and they messed up the skip.
Yeah,
and then they didn't have.
We started an hour and a half late.
Yep, they didn't have. There was something else wrong. Oh, the fan was broke on our pair.
Yeah,
to start.
It was 44, 45 feet.
And I think we left more corner pins than every other team combined in there.
I don't remember too much about the actual bowling. I just remember we bowled this one.
Oh, it was not good.
Well, I know we didn't do well. That was in our earlier years,
that was
though.
You and Janelle were supposed to bowl, I believe.
No.
You're talking way back when.
I'm talking, yeah.
Because I bowled with you in that more than once.
Yeah, we bowled it twice.
Because I subbed for Janelle the one year.
Nah, I'm pretty sure that we were planned to bowl. It was me and you, and it was
possible.
It was
Your father
2017.
kicked us out and told us to go bowl.
Yeah, it was 2017, I think. So it was a long time ago. But we're bowling this weekend on 41 feet, 25 mils.
Kyle's bowling.
Kyle's bowling with Nick Harris. I'm bowling with Matt, 2 Z's, as whatever Kyle calls him. I call him Lefty. And you're bowling with Tyler Drexel. Any
should be fun.
Oh, it'll be a great time. It's Baker's doubles. Hopefully we start relatively on time. What are your hopes? What are your dreams? And what are you shooting for?
I hope he's fine with the right lane. So if they hook, I can go way left.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea for you.
I mean, it's just an option. It's not guaranteed, but
well, you're gonna move pairs, so
you have to switch every time, right?
So they make you stay on the same lane, I believe. They changed the rules.
So you switch who finishes. That's right.
Yeah. So yeah. So that way
which I'm fine with.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I got trust.
That's fine. I don't worry about that.
I've watched there when we had Baker doubles here last year. I watched a couple teams that there was one guy that maybe thought he was a little better than the other guy and would always force himself to finish, but the other guy struck every time.
Yeah, I think some guys have a big number. Then
I think a lot of people don't trust their partners the way they should in doubles. If you're going to bowl a doubles tournament, I mean, you got to trust them to finish in the 10th just as much as you trust yourself to finish in the 10th.
Yeah, I agree. You gotta, I think it's easier that way because once you get lined up on a lane, and if you're staying there for 2 games like we do here,
yeah, yep.
You're not wasting a frame trying to guess, what's going to happen. I think,
but I forgot we bowled 2 games on the same pair too, because that's an anomaly for most doubles tournaments.
We don't normally do that anywhere else. The only reason I do it is because I think it keeps the pace up.
It does.
Keeps the pace because
It
you don't
does,
have to
'cause
move
you're not
after
moving
every
stuff. You're just
time.
bowling 2 games, move, bowl
Yeah.
2 games, move,
Yep.
bowl 2 games.
Yeah, I like it that way just because that pace is kind of increased a little bit. Plus, you don't have to have as many pairs open to really like,
Yeah.
like if you bowled 6 games and I only have 12 lanes, well, you're going to have to skip every game 1 pair to the right. This
Yep.
gives us an option to skip a few. You can get across the house a little bit better. Also, it gives us like a chance to kind of get everything set up. We don't have to look for score sheets too overly
it's a little
hard
easier for the desk guys, if you will.
to keep it going.
But you guys are usually pretty good at someone just walking around with a computer and putting scores in.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah. Yeah. But so up there, we'll see what happens. I think you skip every
Do you
game.
know what pattern it is?
Yeah, it's 41 feet, 25 mils, 4-1, 2021, Myrtle Beach, SYC something. It doesn't look overly difficult. I'm more than likely just going to throw Zen U. And your thing.
Might have to drill another ball.
Well, there's plenty on the wall to pick from.
There's a lot on the wall.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff. But yeah, it's going to be probably hooking a little bit. They did screen their lanes
the
up.
phase 2 yet.
That's a good ball too. I heard they screen their lanes. So
Did they?
Yeah, so the lanes are. When I went up there for the regional, I think we talked about it. The lanes that I normally hit in the middle of the house, I didn't hit anymore. So I gotta kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, my notes were a little off.
So things okay.
But we were also blowing on 44 feet. So given take it for what it is. But I'm hoping that they play a little bit truer to what I.
Now, do you say you usually score on the right side of the house?
No, I score on the left.
You score on the low end.
Oh yeah,
I
always.
score on the right. I scored on the right end of the house this year.
Most people score on the right side because I think it hooks more overall. Like, it
Does
has more overall hook and it hooks a little earlier. I like the lanes, obviously.
You've bowled a lot more up there than I have.
Yeah, I know that whole house. Like, I know which pairs I hit. I know which pairs I don't hit at this point. So I'm hoping that they play a little closer to what I have in my notes, which I don't really have notes anymore in that place because we bowl there enough.
I
And
don't
New
have
Year's
notes
Day.
on anywhere.
New Year's Day is like
That's coming up. Yep.
39 feet.
Wow.
They're giving us a chance.
Why is everyone going short this year?
Because the lefties have struggled long enough.
Oh, the lefties got to make some money this year?
That's what it is. But yeah, so that'll be interesting to go up there and bowl. I did get 2 new balls in from Storm today that I didn't even know were coming out. So we're not going to say what they are.
No, not yet.
Because
but expect the ball review eventually.
Yeah, ball reviews are coming. They just showed up and I said, what the heck is this? And I had to confirm with some of our friends that they were shipped out. They must have been shipped out earlier. They just got here early. So we must be seeing.
You actually can't read it, but it might be one of the ones behind Anthony.
Yeah, there's one or I think both are back there. I think I'm covering up one of them pretty well, but you'll probably see it all tomorrow. I'm sure. I don't really know, but they were in the shop.
Did they send you any information on release date?
No, we have no information on these balls at all. So besides what the boxes said. So naturally, I drilled it just to see what it's gonna do.
Maybe you just got special.
No, because a bunch of people were getting them early. So we're not gonna say what they are or who it's by, but a lot of people were getting them early and wondering what the heck was going on. And then I think somebody posted that the information is coming tomorrow. I don't know if the public will know the information. I'm assuming they would because it's a Friday. So
at least the VIP shops are gonna know.
The VIP shops, I think they all came in today because I know all the other shops that we talked to got them today.
So Matt got his today.
Matt got his, and I think he needs to drill it for the weekend. So if you're watching, Lefty, make sure you
better
drill
get it
that.
drilled.
You better drill it for the weekend because you're gonna need it. Kyle, pay attention to the show. I am paying attention, Kyle. So
Kyle, I don't know if you can judge.
Yeah,
while you're eating candy.
Yeah,
you're probably on the couch by now.
He takes all the kids Reese's peanut butter cups. But yeah, so we've got that tournament this weekend. We're gonna be going up. I gotta think.
I'm excited. I've never bowled a tournament with Tyler before, so
this
should be fun. I always enjoy bowling in league with him.
Yeah, good guy, good bowler.
He kind of views bowling the same way I do. I mean,
he's a lot straighter.
Don't get mad. There's no reason to be mad.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be mad, don't be mad at the bowling.
Yeah.
Just be mad.
He's a lot straighter than you. He's probably about 40 boards right.
But he has started to roll the ball a lot more than he used to.
Yeah, he's rolling it really well. So
I know a couple of years ago when I was talking to him and watching him, it just his ball went so far down the lane before it actually read any friction. Right. And now he's starting to roll it so it actually reads the front part of the lane. So I think not only is his pin carry going up, but his understanding of ball roll is going up.
Yep.
So I think he makes a lot smarter decisions now based off of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be exciting. That'll be this weekend, Sunday evening. Let's hope that one of us from the DLBC crew take it home. There's 3
Not
teams.
Kyle and Nick.
Yeah, they won this week, so it's somebody else's turn. It's your turn or my turn. It'd be nice to have. But what do you think about talking about the PBA, Austin?
I would love to talk about the PBA, but before we do, why don't you guys hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also give us a comment down below. You can even talk to us live right now if you have any questions, especially regarding talking about the PBA. I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions based on that.
Throw the opinions in there.
Don't forget you can download all of these podcasts, every single episode we have ever done. I think. I shouldn't say that. I don't know that.
I think you're right.
I'm pretty sure.
Kyle, what do you think? You're watching.
At least this season.
Comment in the comment section, Kyle.
You can download them on your favorite podcast streaming platform.
Yeah. But we've got some PBA news. I don't know if it came out today. It's October 31st. It is the actual
Happy
schedule.
Halloween.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't believe we haven't said it yet. It's halfway through the show.
Yeah,
Nobody said Happy Halloween.
I'm not a Halloween guy. Trust me, my ring camera is
Talked
going
about
off.
trick-or-treating.
My ring camera is going off like crazy. But we do have the immediate release for the schedule. We are going to be having. We'll just
Very
name.
professional.
Yeah, we're gonna announce. We're gonna say the dates and the squad or whatever the tournament's called. So we've got the Delaware Classic, January 25th. That's going to be on FS1. The U.S. Open, that is going to be, the finals are going to be on Fox at 4 p.m. February 2nd. We are actually, believe it or not, we're going to throw this in there now before we say it all, but they're just calling it the prelims. So we
Which
are
would
going
just
to
be
qualifying or match play, whatever it might be. So you are going to have another TV show for, 4 events, we said, Austin?
for the majors.
For the majors. So the U.S. Open will be on FS1 on February 1st at 4 p.m. That's the prelims. The finals will be Sunday the 2nd on Fox as well. FS1 for the prelims. Did I say that right? Kyle's usually the one who reads. Yep. We got the PBA Illinois Classic February 8th on FS1.
I'm trying to see if there's any new bowling alley
places.
Well,
then you've got PBA Pete Weber Missouri Classic February 16th, 1 p.m. on FS1. That is a Sunday. The Roth Holman Doubles is going to be in Vernon Hills, Illinois, March 2nd at noon on FS1. They're going to have the Nevada Classic at Coconut Bowl, which we've been to.
Yes, but the finals are going to be at the MBS.
At the National Bowling Stadium. That is very interesting.
So
March
finals
15th at 6
hold on
p.m.
a second. Finals in a different bowling alley.
Well, I think it's because the World Series is literally
right around the corner.
No, it's the day after.
Oh,
they
is it?
Start.
And is it that's at MBS this year?
Yeah, it's the 16th of March through the 22nd. That is at the National Bowling Stadium.
I do see that now.
Yep. Then the USBC Masters are a week after that. They're going to have the prelims on FS1 at noon on March 29th. The finals will be on the 30th on Fox. They're going to have the Junior PBA National Championship April 4th on FS1, 7 p.m. Then they're running the All-Star Weekend, which I would assume is kind of like...
More for the fans.
Okay, thank you.
More
April
for the fans.
5th and 6th on FS1, Saturday and Sunday at noon. There's a lot of stuff going on.
The last All-Star thing they did was pretty
crap.
good.
I didn't see that one.
I don't think Kyle watched it either because Kyle doesn't. Not that he doesn't agree with it, but he thinks it's
just
overrated. I think is what he said.
Then we've got.
I don't want to put words in Kyle's mouth.
No, you can do it. It's good. He likes that. The Players Championship will be the April 12th and April 13th. The 12th is on FS1 at 7. Then you have the Sunday noon on Fox. The Tournament of Champions prelims are on Saturday on FS1 at 5. The finals are the 20th, 12:30 on Fox. Then you've got the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands. We're going to have to get to that.
Ding, ding, ding.
That is today's real big topic. The Saturday, the 26th at 3 p.m., that is the prelims, FS1. Then the finals will be the 27th on Fox at noon. And then you've got the PBA playoffs, basically all on FS1 until the finals is on Fox, and that is running the whole May, from May 3rd to the 24th. Yeah.
So it does seem like they're trying to get the finals on more TV.
Yeah. there's no
more
bowl
TV for
which
the
is
finals,
good. Yeah,
which I
Well,
love because I think it's necessary if you want to grow the sport.
100%.
You need exposure. Exposure brings sponsorship. Sponsorship brings money. Money brings people.
Viewership is up 21%, Austin.
That's a pretty large jump. 21% is a large jump.
That is a pretty big jump. I'm trying to see where exactly that was in the email that Kyla sent us. He wrote us a whole noted outline. Thanks, Kyle.
In the beginning.
They had 27 million viewers last year. That's a 21% increase with FS1. So we are in a boom right now, it seems like. Let's hope we are. And then what we're really here to talk about is the PBA Elite Series Battle of the Brands. Now, did
you email Tom?
I did not email Tom, but this has been talked about at least 2 times,
multiple
on
times
this show,
and recently.
Yes, very recently. Well, I think we talked about it about a year ago, like before summer. But I think I talked about it before.
Supposed to get us a clip, and I never got a clip in my email.
I think I've talked about this like not
2 or 3 times.
Not before summer break. I think we did, but even before that, I talked about that.
You did, yeah.
So it was like way long ago. And what they're doing is the brands are going to be competing. It's kind of like Formula One racing, where they form their own teams, and then there is a point system for the team. So it's basically build your brand. Now, is Brunswick going to be just Brunswick Storm Motive, or is it going to be?
Are they going to force them to separate?
Yeah, is it going to be Columbia, Brunswick, Radical? I don't know.
I imagine it's not going to be that big.
I mean, I'd
imagine it's probably going to be like the top 4 or 5.
I would assume, or they're going to have 2 teams for Brunswick, 2 teams for Storm, and 1 team for Motive, because that's what they do with Red Bull and AlphaTauri, and they have like their.
Well, F1 is all money based, so they're buying all those teams.
But I'm just saying,
it's the same thing with NASCAR.
Yeah, but there's still 2. You could still have 2 teams. Your up and coming team.
Yeah,
and you're really good
NASCAR does it a little differently. They literally, because there's only 4 manufacturers in NASCAR, or 3 right now.
Right.
And so obviously out of 60 or 40 cars, you're going to have a lot of the same brands.
No, I 100% agree.
So they break it into owners points and manufacturer points.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, that we did talk about this a while ago, and basically a point system like FS1, we basically talked about this whole thing. We don't have all the information. This is just kind of like we'll call it the teaser. Would you agree? It's like a teaser, just kind of gives us some information, nothing too crazy. I wonder if the Elite League is still going to be drafting, or is it just going to be based off of the brands? We're not entirely sure. I'm sure we'll get some more information pretty soon here, because the season is starting up in January and they're running through May. So they've got to have some information out for the fans. But yeah.
So yeah,
we've talked about this.
Straight from Lev Exter, the president of Bolero Corp, the new PBA Elite League format, and we're talking about Elite League now, because I was talking about how making it bigger is going to propel sponsors and money and people into the sport. And he says it right in there. It allows the fans to connect with our partner brands while watching their favorite players compete.
Yeah, I think it's right.
Now we're finally starting to see they're trying to get brands to actually support the PBA that aren't just, Pabst Blue Ribbon and Snickers, just a couple sponsors here and there.
Right.
And to be honest with you, how many sponsors stay for longer than 3 years?
Yeah, I think they're mainly going to go with the ball manufacturers. Is that what you're thinking? Because that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Am I
reading
definitely
this right?
have to push it, but
I'm assuming it's going to be Brunswick's team is going to be Brunswick's team.
Well, for the brand one, yeah, I was talking Elite League now.
Wait, aren't they the same thing? Hold on. From what I see here, from what I'm reading, I thought it was the same thing. It's
Battle of the Brand, PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands.
Yeah, so the draft.
I thought they were 2 separate things.
The draft is technically out the window. Then it's basically going to be like signing your free agents, like in football.
Now the real question is, what
Brunswick's going to be Brunswick? Is Columbia going to be Columbia? That's what I was saying before. Like, do they have enough people to put on a team at a time? I'm assuming they have to.
They're at some point. I wonder if they're going to have to start drawing from the non-exempt tour.
Well, I guess
for certain brands.
I guess they
like, how many brands are you bringing in? Are we just doing Brunswick, Storm, and Motive, or are we bringing in?
Maybe they're doing Brunswick, Storm and Motive, but they get like multiple teams. That's why I said it's like Red Bull and AlphaTauri, where Storm is going to have 2 or 3 teams, and then Brunswick's going to have 2 or 3 teams, and Motive's going to have 1.
Well, we might actually be able to get some answers next week.
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, Kyle always has answers.
We have a special guest coming on next week, and you guys are going to have to wait until I'm sure Kyle will probably announce it a couple days before the podcast. But just take note, there is someone coming on next week that you're going to want to hear from.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what we'll be chatting about next week. I'm sure it'll be a ruse, but I think they're taking notes here.
I wonder if he has been listening, because
I don't think so.
You got a membership.
I'm a member. I probably would have been fined by now for my criticizing or my opinion.
So confirmed he's not listening.
I don't think he is, but I mean, you know what?
But now the real question is,
did
Kyle sabotage you and send an email with your ideas?
Kyle probably did.
And do you think he got monetary gain from it?
Well, he does have a new car, so I mean, not really. Could you imagine if you walked in with a new car and then finds out that he took my idea? You dirty dog, you. But yeah, I think I don't know if the PBA has been taking notes, if they've been listening, but we've been calling for this. I haven't heard anybody else have this idea on any other podcast I don't listen to heavily, or YouTube, so I don't know.
I watch Beef and Barnesy every once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really watch the other guys, the Sweep the Rack guys. I don't watch them or anything, but
I like the short form YouTube videos better.
So I don't know if anybody else said it, but we said it about a year and a half ago. I'm pretty sure about this whole Battle of the Brands.
I don't know if it's a we thing. It's an Anthony thing.
Yeah, but we say we here because we're a team, and you guys lead me to new heights and new ideas. So
we keep the brain on a track.
Oh, 100%.
Don't know which track, but it's on a track.
Yeah. So I think that it's a good idea. Do you think it's a good idea to move towards that way?
Oh, absolutely.
Why is it a good way to
move? Me
and
Kyle have both been saying for years that if bowling wants to get serious again, you need to make it monetarily valuable.
And you think that this makes it monetarily valuable with the brands and the teams?
I think it has to, because you're now it's going to be, instead of watching 5 guys on TV and 2 guys are Brunswick, 1's Storm, 1's Motive, and you get to see 1 or 2 balls go down the lane, and it's like, okay, well, they're not bowling that many games. Now you're going to see a whole team
using the same,
and say, wow, okay, well, if they're all using this ball, this has got to be a good ball, and this is where they're playing. This is the oil pattern, and now maybe you can start to see, specific balls that you're like, man, that looks really good in the hands of a lot of people.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Because I think a lot of people don't take the time. One, they don't pay the money for Bowl TV, which I don't blame them.
Yeah.
And they don't watch. I mean, you don't see qualifying. You don't see what guys are throwing to score big numbers.
Right.
And a lot of the times it's not even the same ball that they're throwing in the finals.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think that you're going to see more trends of what balls are hot and what balls are not hot.
I mean, look at the Purple Hammer when Jacob Butterf was absolutely frying the competition.
Yeah, I mean, guys were still using it, but
they were flying off the shelves left and right.
Yeah, I look at if all the Storm guys are throwing the Ion Pro on a certain pattern, it's going to push that ball, and if it looks good, if they use it the next match too. Hello, Town and Country Lanes.
Welcome to Town and Country Lanes.
I think it's interesting to see how, the brands themselves, the ball reps, are going to be able to kind of manipulate the market, actually.
Now, now that you're talking about ball reps, I would love to see, since we're making it about the brands and you're promoting specific brands, I would love to see the ball reps have their own segments while they're bowling. Like, hey, this is why these guys are throwing this ball. This is what it does. These are the numbers. This is.
You think they would be? I don't know if they get that deep into it.
What I'm getting at. And I think it would be beneficial.
I've had a ball rep, before come down to a lane when we were at the Masters, and it really wasn't. I mean, maybe the ball reps talk differently to each player, which I'm sure they do. But when we were out there, they were talking to this one kid. They drilled him 4 or 5 balls, and they were just like, no, try this one. No, try this one. It wasn't really like.
Well, I think a lot of the pros nowadays, and I see it in house bowling too. There is no. Well, let me inch a board. give me a new ball.
Yeah,
and I'm going to throw in the same spot.
I can agree
or
with
I'm
that.
going to jump 5 boards and get into this ball because this ball is supposed to be 5 boards more than that ball. And I just think that's kind of the way the sport's going, especially because the equipment is so strong.
Yeah, I can agree.
And you rarely need to, stay in the same ball and just kind of tweak it. You can just say, okay, well, I'll just move out of this friction spot and switch balls.
Yeah, I do see that. Yeah, I don't think like we said, the ball reps, I don't think they get too into the design and the makeup of the ball. I think they drill the ball for the player, and then they just kind of say, this is weaker, this is stronger.
But I think a lot of what, and I've never talked to a ball rep, so I wouldn't know, but I'm going to take a wild guess that a lot of what ball reps do is kind of just keep you focused and centered on your game and, really tell you like, no, that was you. That was you. That wasn't the ball.
Yeah.
Or that wasn't you. That was the ball.
Yeah.
Because I know if I had a ball rep, if I had someone behind me if I 2-8-10 or something and they go, no, that was you. Because no, that was the ball. Because half the time I'm like, oh, it was me. It's got to be me.
Yeah, usually
I've thrown 5 in a row and I just 2-8-10.
You're second guessing your ability versus the lane.
But if someone was behind me and said, no, that was you. You were a little weak, or no, the ball didn't make it. Like, okay, well now I'm going to make that change confidently instead of, man, I don't know if I should switch balls.
Yeah, I think that's another thing too. I think it depends on the player too. Like we said, like when you're talking to Bill O'Neill, you're going to talk to Bill O'Neill differently than you're going to talk to me.
Oh, well, yeah, you're going to ask questions to Bill. You ain't going to tell Bill what to do.
Well, yeah, you're going to say, well, I think,
well, what do you think about
you're probably
this?
going to be like,
what do you think about this?
I think this is it. I think you're, maybe you see where that guy has a move. For me, it's like, well, I think you definitely need another ball and you need to go about 4 right. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I think it would be different depending on the player. I think obviously depending on how knowledgeable the player is too. Yeah. I think that makes a difference. Because if you're going out there and you don't have a lot of knowledge, but you can repeat the shot, and then you go to a guy who, let's say, is more knowledgeable and he's just struggling playing the lanes. Well, the guy who repeats a shot, who might not really know, he probably knows how to bowl, but if you can get him at like, hey, this ball is designed to do this, and push him towards the right ball and they can just play the lane, it's easier probably. The guys who are a little more technical, I bet you it's a little harder because they probably looked at the graph. They probably are trying to move a little bit. Now they're trying to drill balls off it. Like Dom Barrett is very big into the technical aspect of it from I know. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the reps, I don't want to say don't like talking to him more, but maybe they're a little more apprehensive because he's so knowledgeable and about his own game and what he's doing that they don't want to try to take him out of his realm of how he's playing the lane.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the schedule because I saw it earlier and I didn't want to say anything about it yet. They stacked March.
Yeah, no, March
is stacked.
Yeah,
I
March
mean,
is
these tour guys are going to be sore by April.
100%. And one of our good friends, Andrew Hall, will be out there competing at probably every single one.
He's going to be on a show this year.
Oh, you think so?
Oh yeah.
Good. I like that.
I got faith in Andrew.
I think you do really well.
I think Andrew's got faith in Andrew, and that's why I got faith in Andrew.
Yeah, I think he's getting a lot better too. He's really out there and he's doing a heck of a job, obviously, making the through the tour trials. And
Matt with 2 Z's, what's up?
Yeah, Matt. Tony, that's me. Looks like you are having a grand old time. Trick or treating with your daughter.
Too?
I think his
What's
daughter's
Matt dressed up as?
I don't know. I think his daughter's bringing him around though. She's chaperoning him around town. He's not being the chaperone here, but that is, is the PBA taking notes from the DLP? No. Possibly. We'll find out next week.
I'm going to say no, but they had a good idea that you had first.
Well, that's a possibility.
When we talk to Tom next week, we'll let him know to rewatch last year's podcast.
Nah, we don't need to do that.
And we said it first.
We don't need to do that.
You can get some royalty.
I don't think they're going to do that.
No.
I mean, if they pay for my PBA membership, that'd be cool for using the idea.
That's probably like the last thing they do.
That'd be cool, though.
They'd probably just give you an entry.
All right, well, give me an entry.
Here's an entry into PTQ.
No, I'm not. No. We got to put me in the main field. But that is an interesting thing. We've talked about it before.
Very, very spooky, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle's not here. That's,
I should have brought I thought about it too late because I was coming back from, I had to drive 2 hours today for work.
Well, that's not fun.
And then
4
2
hours total?
home. Yeah. But I was thinking about it on the drive home. I was like, man, I got to bring a cloth that I can hang up. Bring a little step ladder and a cloth with some pins.
For like,
and I forgot to block this light behind us.
Oh, I thought you were trying to make a ghost.
Because I wanted to have the orange light behind us.
That would have been cool.
Well,
you're smart.
Now you can kind of. I mean, you can barely see it. But
yeah, but it's
my eyes have seen it all night.
Yeah. So yeah. But we've got about what, 9.5 minutes left here. We've got a
I did not spoil next week's guess. I mean, I guess if you can think, maybe.
We've got a new little what's it called? Bowling with DLP.
What we see with DLP.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we got a new segment.
We've got
And
new
so far, if you follow our no need to spoil, go ahead and let them know. Kyle says, okay, well, next week we will have this second time he's on. We have Tom Clark himself. So we're going to try to get some answers.
Hit the applause button.
I don't know which one it is. I think it's that one. I think so.
Does it stop by itself?
No, it's timed.
All right, cool. Woo! We got Tom Clark on again.
Tom Clark, he's
We're
coming
gonna
on
see.
again. And I didn't even know. Kyle just texted the group chat. You know, since he didn't have to be here tonight, he just dropped the news so we could freak out on ourselves, you know?
I didn't freak out.
Nah.
I was pretty.
You didn't get starstruck from Tom?
Well, no, we've had him on before. I can't get starstruck from already having him on.
I don't know, man. He runs PBA.
Are you nervous? I'm nervous.
I'm
Maybe he'll
always
find me
nervous,
next
man.
week. That'd be
Should
fun.
have seen me when Matt was on.
Matt, he's a big time guy. But we've got a new little video here. For what is it? Bowling with DLP. I'm never gonna
What
get
we
it.
see with DLP, we got to pre-record so I can just hit a button.
Yeah, this week we've got Anthony Tiberio.
Oh, Kyle's already
Tiberio?
talking smack.
Tiberio.
I don't know how to say it.
Anthony Tiberio.
Is Taylor watching? He could probably.
I don't know, but they sent us this week. Got it today.
And I'm
actually.
gonna preface this with, I had to watch this already, probably 15 times,
Yeah, it's impressive
because I am baffled.
It's very good.
So we're gonna show it here.
Very good.
I'm going to assume that a lot of you guys are going to be baffled, but here we go.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready.
Yep. And let's see. He starts right to the side of the wheel to clear his path for his arm. I'm thinking
Balance is better than mine.
that's really good. That's really.
I mean, very good at the bottom.
That's really clean.
very
too.
good. So the first thing I said is,
Well,
how does he get the ball speed? Where's the ball speed come from?
That is true. Play it again for me, because that's I've seen a few guys bowl in a wheelchair before like that, but I haven't seen ball speed like that before, or like the hand action on the bottom where he's really clean off of it.
No, because generally they don't get over on the edge of the seat like this guy. They kind of just lean over and they let their shoulder just pendulum. But he actually has a fairly natural arm swing.
That's impressive. I don't know. I wouldn't change a gosh darn thing. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Also, they said that he had a 299 a few years ago.
I will say, and this is all jokes. Don't cancel me. Hopefully one day he can get rid of the wheelchair.
All right.
Because I'd love to see a full approach. Because I have a feeling before this guy was in a wheelchair, he had a phenomenal game.
I don't know the gentleman. I just was like, hey, you want to send me something cool?
I'd love to shake his hand, because that.
Oh, here we go.
Anyone.
Can we get that on the freaking DLP? Can we get that up there? Is that going to take too long?
Yeah, no, send it to my phone.
We're going to send you guys what Kyle looks like here real fast.
Hopefully I can get it in there quick enough.
Oh, we have time.
Anyways, that was another episode of
that was really
what we
good.
see with DLP.
No, that was fantastic.
And
there's nothing
it's
to change
hard.
there.
It's hard.
Wow.
It's hard to make fun of that, because it's so astonishing to me how smooth he comes out of the ball.
That's fantastic. He throws
with
it better
a wheelchair right inside of his leg.
Throws it better than a lot of people out there. That's fantastic.
Verbatim. Kyle said verbatim today. He said, "Throws it better than me."
Oh yeah, he definitely throws it better than Kyle. Anybody throws it better than Kyle. You ever seen my nephew Zach throw it? Throws it better than Kyle. But yeah, that was
I've
really
seen your
good.
other nephew throw it.
That was really fantastic. 299 a few years ago. I guess he's not bowling this year. He's got something going on. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
I hope he gets healthy, and I hope he keeps bowling, because we need people like him to show that even if you have a disability, bowling can still prevail.
Absolutely. That was really good. We appreciate the video. Anthony, if you're watching, fantastic. Hopefully we'll see you on the lanes soon. So what else we got? We're going to try and get this picture of Kyle up here. I got to bowl Kyle tonight.
How many points out are you from him? Did you look?
No, I don't look at that stuff. Kyle says the butcher needs to be ready. I will wash my apron for next week.
Next week? You need to be ready for this week.
What do you mean? The guy's on next week. He calls me the butcher. I gotta have my apron on ready next week.
Oh, Tom was the one that started calling you the
Yes,
butcher? Wow.
Fire away. What does that mean, Kyle?
Fire away.
Our points in points. Kyle probably looks at it. He's
away.
probably one of those guys who looks at the league standings while he's at work to make himself feel better. Like, I've got to put this liner in. Let me check this out. But we're trying to get a picture of Kyle up here.
So my question is, where was Kyle? Kyle could have been here, man, for the back half of this podcast, and we might have to hold him accountable for that. I
mean, absolutely, we have to hold Kyle accountable for everything. But back to the PBA schedule quick while Austin's searching for this picture that we've got coming up. All of the PBA Tour qualifying rounds are going to be live on the Bowl TV this year.
Well, that was not recent.
No, that wasn't. Bowl TV is going to have all of our qualifying rounds this year for the PBA. So if you are looking to buy a Bowl TV membership, you're going to get the PWBA. I believe there's still a Bowl TV. You're going to get the PBA. You're going to get the collegiate. And they've got some older ones from the archive. So it's all under one roof. And Kyle always says how important that is. I think that's important. And I do like the fact that they're getting there. So we're getting out there with the exposure as well as, we've got a lot of exposure from the internet side of it to the TV side of it. Bowling is up 21% on the viewership, which is fantastic to hear. So we're going to be seeing a lot more bowling this year, which is awesome to hear. And it's not going to be on the internet stream, so which will also be a little bit better. I'm just trying to see what else we got here. Oh, come on.
It's not saving as a JPEG, so...
Way to go, Austin. How the heck can't you figure it out?
I got our banner.
That banner's cool, though. The banner's cool. But we do have to bowl today. We're going to be bowling at 9 o'clock. Kyle and I, we're going to do a guess our score.
We're not gonna I can't show you. Well, we can show you, Kyle. Maybe the camera will pick it up.
Yeah, we can show Kyle. We're going to do a guess your score tonight. Whoever... Oh, yeah, Austin. Oh, yeah. There's a decent picture. It's blurry. The yellow is my nephew dressed up as Pikachu. How great.
I mean, Kyle's got the form down.
Yeah, Kyle's been watching a lot of Pokemon recently.
He's got the form. Oh, he's been practicing. He's been getting ready.
Yeah, his face is a little funky. I
don't know, man. I don't know if he's got what it takes to beat you tonight after being...
No, definitely not.
After playing Pokemon.
We are going to do a guess my score, though. So we're going to do me and Kyle's combined score. Combined score. So if I shoot 900, he shoots 900, it's 1,800. If you by chance get the score right and you put it in before 9 p.m. and it's exactly on the dot, the winner is going to receive a new bowling ball.
9 p.m. or should we do 9:15?
9:15 is fine. If you guess exactly what Kyle and I have as a team, we're going to give away one bowling ball of your choice, and we will send it to your door.
Sounds like a good-looking dude. Kyle's talking himself up in the chat.
Yeah, well, that is Kyle. But yeah, we're going to give away a ball. So if you guys put your comments or your
ball this time.
Yeah, I'm going to give away a ball. It's got to be exactly right.
Exactly. So what if they're close? Do we give them a shirt?
No, you got to we're going to
closest one ain't getting a shirt.
If we're going to give away a ball, you got to be dead on the number. There is no second place. If you ain't first, you're last.
All right. So Kyle will probably be posting that on what, Instagram or Facebook?
I don't know. Wherever probably Kyle Facebook. Posts. Kyle will post it maybe a little bit later tonight, but you got to have it in before 9:15 Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time.
Daylight Savings Time?
I don't even...
Eastern Standard Time.
Isn't Daylight Savings Time soon?
Yes.
It's this Sunday, no?
I don't know the exact day.
Anyways, okay, so Zach Gravel. Zach, it is 4 games.
1486.
Zach, it's 4 games. I'm going to wipe the slate clean for you. Zach Phillips, you are locked
Unless
in at
you mean
1486
for 4, which I feel bad for both of them.
No, we're doing 4 games here tonight, Zach. So
Phillips says 1818. So he says both of you are going to shoot 909.
Basically,
if you were divided by 2.
There's a lot of pressure riding on this tonight. If I have to give away a bowling ball and I know it's close, I might just dump it in the gutter.
Now you guys are all guessing good bowling. I might say that one of the two of them is going to fold under the pressure of bowling each other.
Yeah, that's not going to happen for me. I'm going to get up there. I'm going to pick my one ball a week. 1886. Thank you, Zach. You are locked in with that one, Zach Ravel. I'm going to take my one bowling ball a week. Actually, I am going to throw the new toy for fun.
That's
the
big.
one
1886 is big.
That's 933.
950, 930.
That's 933 a guy. 933. No, 943. 943. Sorry. It is 1886, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's okay, Zach. We got you locked in. 9:15 p.m. Matt Callner, 1773. That was a great year. The Constitution came out. That was a joke. 1776. Nobody laughed in here. All right.
I was trying to figure out if you were serious.
No, I thought that was fun. But it is 8 o'clock, and I do have somebody coming in to actually get a ball drilled tonight.
Wow. So we got to get out of here fast.
Well, not fast, but
Not
we
fast.
just need to see what's going on.
Who's doing the outro? You want to do the outro, or you want me to do the outro?
I mean,
We got to shake it up. 'cause
Goat Juice is in.
Kyle
All right.
always does it.
Goat Juice is in 1789.
1789. Okay.
That was a good year.
I hope Kyle's writing all these down because I'm not.
Kyle, it was a joke. I didn't really realize, I didn't know. Kyle, it was 1776 with the Constitution. I didn't realize that the Independence Declaration of it was in 1773. But I now know. No, I now know. But it is time to go bowling. We got a drill ball for a kind gentleman. So make sure to like and subscribe on this channel. Make sure you click the bell to get alerts. That way you guys can always stay up to date with all of our new videos, our bowling ball reviews. We'll have about 2 or 3 more, I think, coming through the next few weeks here.
And check the bell religiously because YouTube likes to rescind your decision to click the bell.
Yeah, we don't like that. But we'd like to thank everybody at Town and Country Lanes, all the employees, and Jack Scaccia, proprietor of Town and Country Lanes. We'd like to thank Austin Van Buren for a great show tonight. Without Kyle, it was a lot quieter, a lot less heat next to me. You know, usually
definitely a lot less itemized, if you will.
Yeah, he's crazy, that guy.
He's gonna. I don't know if
he's gonna
watched
nitpick
the
us when he
whole
comes
thing,
in.
but
He's gonna
he's
be
gonna
like,
watch the first 30 minutes and be like,
"You were off by
you
half
guys
a second.
blew it."
Yeah, you're off half a second on each. You know. We'd like to thank our families for letting us be here today. We're gonna skip Kyle's. I'm gonna say jam bread.
I mean, I guess we can say thank you to Kyle for our lovely. I mean, he started it,
He is the guy.
so
He's the GOAT. Thanks, Kyle. You're the best. And make sure you guys put your guesses in before 9:15. That way it's in. Winner, if you get it right on the head, me and Kyle score combined for 4 games, will win a brand new bowling ball. Shipping and handling not included.
good thing we threw that in there.
I'll pay for shipping. Whatever. So we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you tune in next Thursday with Tom Clark at 7 p.m. We're going to be getting after it. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Maybe next week Kyle will be back. We're not sure. If you guys like us more, yeah, I mean, if you guys like us better, just let us know. We'll kick him out. But
put it
this
in the comments.
is Down Lane Podcast.